Hello, it's Dr. Melissa McCreery from TooMuchOnHerPlate.com, and I wanted to share a quick success strategy for you because it dawned on me that this is one of the most basic things that you can do if you are looking to make changes in your overeating, with emotional eating, with your weight, or any other health and wellness habit. This is a really basic step, and it's one that often gets overlooked or completely disregarded, especially by busy, high-performing women. The thing that I want to talk about today is the idea of keeping it doable. Keeping it doable sounds like a no-brainer. And yet what happens to a lot of us, myself included, is that when I start something new, I want to have an impact. I want to do something where I'm going to see a change right away. And I also have a lot of energy and enthusiasm in that moment, right? It's like the honeymoon phase. And so what happens to a lot of us when we start to think about making changes, we tend to create initial steps that are not really the right size for the rest of our lives. So we'll pick a goal and a set of action steps that maybe we're going to be able to continue to do for a day or a few days or even a week. But when you look at it in the context of our life, it's not something that we could ever keep up for the long haul. And it's something that actually is going to end up leaving us feeling exhausted and sick and tired of it long before it ever becomes a habit. One of the things we know about creating successful change is that what you're wanting to do is to start to create habits, routines, ways of doing things that you don't even think about anymore. So when I wake up in the morning, I brush my teeth. It's not a decision, it's a habit. That's the kind of stuff that you want to create when you want to make changes that will last. And one of the most important things about creating habits, making something that you do a no-brainer, long-term behavior that's just a part of your life, is to start small. Start small, because if you can start small and stay consistent, you can build on that over time. So for instance, I hear a lot of women say, I know a big piece of this problem is I don't have any time for myself. How am I ever going to get time for myself? And then they'll list off all the 1,000,001 things that they have to do in their day. Granted, they are busy. I get it. So one of the places that people get stuck from the beginning is by deciding if I'm going to take time for myself, it has to be this big, undoable chunk of time. One of the things I want you to think about in the vein of keeping it doable is to start with something you can actually imagine yourself doing. So for some of my clients, it is actually stopping and breathing for 60 seconds every couple of hours. That's what they feel like they can do. That's where they start. For some people, it's taking 5 minutes in the morning to scratch out some thoughts in a journal. For some people, it's taking an extra 10-minute, taking 10 minutes out of their lunch hour to take an extra walk during the day, to walk around the building, or to walk around their parking lot, or to find a place to go sit in their car and just be in their own mind for a little bit. I want to challenge you today to look at one thing in your life that you are wanting to change, something that you haven't been happy with, and pick one doable action that isn't going to get you there. It may only bring you 1 millimeter closer to where you want to go, but it's moving you in that direction. It's something that you can see yourself repeating without a lot of effort. It's some habit that you can imagine yourself creating, and it gets you 1 millimeter closer to your goal. Keep it doable. It is a critical success step. If you'd like more resources for taking control of overload, overwhelm, and overeating, come by TooMuchOnHerPlate.com. In the meantime, take really good care.